Excellent. Now then, I wrote this song a couple of years ago now, when we couldn't turn on our TV screens and our radios without hearing or seeing protest of some kind. And I don't know about you guys, but there was just something really exciting about that. You know, people finally on the streets, you know, standing up for stuff. You know, we've had a good week for it though, haven't we? Or a good couple of weeks for it with the teachers out on strike and the People's Assembly in Manchester. But up until that kind of turning point, a couple of years ago when people were on the streets about the hiking uni fees and the NHS reforms and the welfare reforms, you know, it was just good, and I think it started the ball rolling. And I wrote this song and it's called For the Dead Men. And it's for all those people who've stood up for what they believe in and against what they ain't happy about. It's the Jarrow Marchers, it's the Peace Women of New Greenham Common, it's all of those people. It's also the people who aren't going to care about what happens with the cuts until it directly affects their own Sky broadband packages. Judging by the light titter, you've met these people. It's very worrying, this apathy. So it's for all of those extremely apathetic people. It's also for the people who are left to fall off the thin end of the wedge. And in this time where we've said the final farewell to welfare, that is gone now, or at least how we knew it. The NHS is slipping through our fingertips. So many of our sources of national pride are being privatised, and we had that event, didn't we, at the beginning of the summer, with She Who Must Not Be Named. And we could talk all night about the past and the politics, but the fact of the matter is our government chose to spend millions of pounds of public money on something that could have been done incredibly respectfully, incredibly privately, and all of that at a time when the most vulnerable in our society are told that there simply ain't enough cash. It's not good enough. You know, I put this out as a single because I genuinely believe the moment would pass and I'd have to get the song out there, right now, and 2 years later, boy has it not got so much scarier. This started out as, I don't know what, but right now it's a rallying cry. Thank you so much for having me. This is For the Dead Men. For the dead man, I sing my song. For the dead man, I sing my song. Try that. For the dead man, I sing my song. For the dead man, I sing my song. Out on the streets, their banners held high, for love and for peace, they stand all to fight. But for death or for glory, we're forced to decide. A moment in history, or just the passing of time. For the dead man, I sing my song. For the dead man, I sing my song. Those who run our countries, they will never see choice to bite the hand that feeds. There are thousands of people who are left to fall between the cracks in our culture that were torn apart by greed. For the dead man I sing my song. For the dead man I sing my song. What about the youth who can't afford to go to school, with no path to walk upon, a generation left to crawl, with cuts to public services and national health reform? It's all for one and for all, I guess we've been here. For the dead man I sing my song. For the dead man I sing my song. Stand up and take to the streets. They can't ignore us if we all choose to speak. Stand up and take to the streets. They can't ignore us if we all choose to speak. Louder! Stand up and take to the streets. They can't ignore us if we all choose to speak. Oh, that's it! Stand up and take to the streets. They can't ignore us if we all choose to speak. Stand up and take to the streets. They can't ignore us if we all